So hello you guys, my name is Caleb and today I'm going to be telling you about this story. I've loved watching storytime videos on the YouTube for forever, so I decided let's make one of my own. This is slightly book related, not really at all, and I hope it's entertaining, because if it's not then like, okay. So a few weeks ago, and by a few weeks ago I mean like 2 months, I think it was in November. It was in the beginning of November, okay? I had missed a few days of school. I missed a test and I needed to make that up. And in my school, when you miss a test, your teacher will just send it to the library of the school, and then you go to the library and you'll be like, yo, I need to take my test, and then you'll take it, and then you'll do it, and then you give it back, and then you leave. This happens after school. I missed a Spanish test, which was just great, by the way. My Spanish teacher was like, yo, it's in the library. I'm like, okay, I've never been in the library here before. I've been in there a few times doing like lab stuff, but I've never like talked to the librarians and gotten books, because they have the dumbest books ever. They just don't have like my kind of books. A whole shelf of like The Hunger Games and Divergent. Great, you're so original. Wait, back to my story. So it's the end of the day. I'm like, I gotta go get my test done, then I can go home. I got a ton of homework anyways. So I go in there, so I have to talk to the librarian woman. Alright, there's this huge line because unfortunately it was book club day. Book club day is full of the weirdest people ever. I don't even remember what book they read, but it was like the weirdest thing. And I walk in, there's a million children, but I say children, I mean my age. We're freshmen in high school. And they're like running around, they're talking everywhere. And it was like tutoring day, so there's like tables full of people. The whole lab is filled. There's people all around talking about this book. The librarian is actually the director of the book club. And so I'm like, okay, I need to talk to this woman. And there's a million people in this line, so I just get to the end and I'm like, okay. And I go all the way through the line. Probably takes 5 minutes for me to get up to her. I'm like, hey, I missed a test. She says, I don't care what you missed. I don't care that you missed a test. You still gotta sign in like the rest of us. Oh, okay. She sounded so mean. Just trying to be nice. I just want to get the test over with. So I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. I've never been in here before. I just don't know the drill. Sorry. She's like, go to that line. Sign yourself in. Okay. And I sign in. It's like your name, school district, number, if you know what that means. So they have me as a number instead of my name. That's great. I type in all this stuff and then it says computer number. Oh, do I need a computer to sit at? It says I need a computer. All these like tables are filled and stuff. I'm like, am I working on the computer? And she's like, sir, are you taking a test? Or do you need a computer? I'm taking a test. Then you do not need a computer. You should know. I was like, sorry, it just said. So I just figured I should ask you before just leaving it blank. Sorry. And then I go back to the woman. The line's a lot shorter. I'm like, okay, I need to take my test now. So I sign myself in. I need my test. And she says, that is not my job to give you your test. You need to ask the other librarian. Okay, like I'm this close to like punching this woman. Like I'm supposed to know everything and I don't. I've never been in this library before. I don't know. And there's people all over and they're like talking about some dumb book and I'm like, okay, I want to get my test done. I want to get done with this. So then she's like, go talk to the librarian, and this librarian is like, she's older, okay, and she's like, her seat or something is lowered. And so she's like down here, like the desktop is up here. Like, is anyone even there? I like walk over, like I'm not kidding. I go up in front of her. I'm like, hey, I need to take a test, and I'm not kidding. She looked at me for maybe 10 seconds. She's just like, what is your name? I'm like, oh, sorry, you could have just said that. You could have just said that instead of looking at me. I'm like, my name's Caleb. Okay, she starts going through and then she just stops and then looks back up and stares for maybe a few more seconds. And then it's like, and I'm like, what? What class? I'm like, okay, Spanish. And I like hate like being mean to people. Like I'm a nice human. At least I try to be a nice human. If you mess with me, you're gonna get hit. I would never hit an authority. That's not what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna take crap from this woman. So I'm just like, my name is Caleb and I'm missing a Spanish test. And so then she digs through for a few seconds. Then every now and then, like, going through the papers, and then she'll be like, give me this dirty look. And then after, like, a minute of just sorting through all these papers, she's like, is this you? Yes. She's like, okay, go to the testing area. I kind of walk around the line because a new line has formed because I've been standing in front of this new woman for 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, where's the testing area? There's desks, but those all have tutor kids in it. All the tutor kids are getting tutored over there. And then there's, like, this lounge, and there's, like, this chair, but nobody's over there. So I'm like, I guess that's the testing area. Because book club is everywhere, so it's so loud. I'm gonna go over to this lounge area because there's nowhere else to go. So I go over there and I set all my stuff down, prepare myself, and then the woman's like, hey, that is not where you need to be for the testing area. Oh, sorry, you didn't really tell me. So I get all my stuff, put it all back in my backpack, grab the test. I'm like, okay, where do I need to go? She doesn't even tell me. Where's the testing area again? Sorry. Over there at those tables where all the tutor kids are. And there's no space minutes for me to go. So I have to like pull a chair over from like the end of the lab, and I'm sitting there next to all these kids. This woman's tutoring these kids. And like all these kids, when I'm doing my test, like I'll look up and there'll just be people like I don't want to say my school's real ghetto, but it ain't full of all these daisies. I'll just say that. So I'm finishing, and it was a pretty easy test. I got an A on it, by the way. Woo! And like it was so loud I couldn't concentrate, and it probably, if I was in the classroom, would have taken me 5 minutes. It took me about 10-15 minutes because I was just like, oh my gosh, like this tutor woman is like talking to the kids next to me that I'm not even part of this. Like, and then I look over in the lounge on the other side of the library, no one's over there. Like, why can't I do it over there? First librarian I talked to, she's like screaming directions at the book club kids. So then I finish the test, I'm like, do I just bring it back to the woman? And I go up and I'm like, I'm gonna talk to the slightly nicer woman that stared at me for like 20 seconds. And then I walk over to there and no one's there. Like, I thought she was under the desk, but she wasn't. She was gone, so I go up to the other woman. She was screaming at the book club kids, so I'm just like, I guess I'll just stand here for a little bit. She stopped screaming at the book club kids and like made her way back around to her desk. And then I got like sat, and there's like some other person talking, so I was like, just want to get out of here. Go there, I'm like, hey, here's my test, I finished. This is not my job. I already told you this. You need to go talk to the other librarian. Oh, she wasn't over there. Fine, I'll take it. She takes it and then just sets it on the woman's desk. Like, she could have just been like, yo, you can go set it on her desk. I'm gonna head out now because there's nothing else for me to do. And she's like, you need a bus pass. No, my dad's here to pick me up. Are you sure? Pretty sure. And she's like, okay, done. And I walk out and I'm like, like, it was such an easy thing. And that's the end of that story. And so that was that story. I hope you enjoyed. I like doing story time videos, and if you like this one, make sure to let me know. I really had fun making it and telling you the story. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!